Okay, guys, this is level stream 9, and I want to show you a technique that hasn't failed yet. It has worked every single time I play. So, what I do is I go in here and then I select every category and I see which one I have more clues. Usually it's the one on the bottom. So I'm just gonna hide all elements and choose the one on the bottom. As you can see, we have 22. If I keep clicking 21 and so on, it's always the bottom one that has more clues. So what I do is like I pick that one and then click on the X and follow the clues. So the one that I chose is the one with the money. I'm gonna click in here and I'm gonna move my screen. So the first one penny, 1 cent, is not Italian. I'm going to remove the Italian flag. And I'm just gonna continue following the clues. Okay, 10 is Japanese, 5 is not American, so I'm going to remove that. 5 is W, William. 10 cents is the wizard. Oh, sorry, hat here. 50 is the lemonade and the cherry. 10 doesn't have this. 50 doesn't have this. 1 doesn't play hockey. 5 play rugby, and so on. Okay. This has a lot of clues. So I have this light on, so you can see like this square here is like another color than this, and that helps you to move faster. For example, this clue says the German doesn't have 20 bucks, so you know, like this is the one that you have to move or change because it has two square that are the same colors, so you have to pay attention to that. So no German there, so that's easier to identify what you have to move. Like, see here all the squares, you know, you have to move this one here. Okay, the 10 doesn't have cheese. 1, so that's good. We went back to the clue 1. So then after I do that, I follow all the clues. I go to the second one. I delete this one so I don't have 36 clues, so I just have 21, and then I follow that. Okay, so the Italia doesn't have one, we know that. Wait a minute, did I change? Oh, okay, here we go. So the French doesn't have the graduation hat, we're gonna move that. The American We don't know who's the American, okay? But the American have the detective hat. So this guy here has a wizard hat. So what you're going to do, you're gonna remove the American from there because the American has a detective hat. So this guy here is not the American. So we are gonna remove the detective hat from there. Then the American, good there, and this guy here, he's not the American, so we are going to remove the hat because we know the hat belongs to the American. And then the American here, the hat there, and these guys are not the Americans, so we remove the hats. So we just have two possibilities for the Americans. It can be this one or this one, and we will know that later. Okay, in the Japanese, we don't know who's the Japanese, so we can continue with this. The French has drinks Coke, right? The Japanese doesn't drink water. We don't know who's the Japanese, so we continue. The Italian eats banana. Okay, we don't know who's the German. And the Japanese, we know who is it. He doesn't like the sun. Okay, and we know that one. We already have that one. And this is a new one. This is Fred. So, um, just in case you don't know how I'm choosing one item, I just press and hold until that item can come by itself. Let's continue. We don't know who's the American, so we can just continue. We know who's the Korean, the German. We know that. And this is a new clue. The Japanese wears a Santa hat. Okay. Japanese doesn't drink water. We don't know who is the Korean. We know that one. And we are back to clue one. So what do we do here? I'm just checking to see if any item stay by itself in a square. It looks like it didn't, so we go to the next. We go to the sports and let's follow those clues. So C, we don't know who's C, but we know that C plays hockey. So whoever doesn't have hockey cannot be C. So this guy here is not C, so we remove that. This basketball player here is not C because C plays hockey. So we remove that. So this one here is good. This is Fred. So Fred cannot play hockey because that's C. Okay. And that cannot be C. There is no hockey there. That's good. And this one is good here. So let's continue with the next clue. This guy here play rugby like the snow. Next clue, 50. Okay. So the bowling doesn't like pineapple. That's a new one. Okay. And the boxer likes cloud. So here we have boxing, so that's good. Here we have boxing. Here we have boxing and cloud. Boxing and cloud. Here we don't have boxing, so we cannot have clouds because the boxer likes cloud. And here we don't have the boxer, so we move the cloud. Okay, continue. Continue. Nothing new. Oh, this is a new one. The basketball player drinks coffee. So we go there, press. Yeah, We have the coffee. And C plays hockey. We know that. So it looks like we don't have more clues. So we go to the next. And it's the weather. So we know that. I like to go to the first one because I keep going and I don't remember what I did or what I didn't. So I start from the lower number, which is number 5 in this case. So S doesn't like the sun. We don't know who's S, we don't know who's the sun, so we can just continue. And the night eats corn. So here we have night, so corn. Here we have the snow, so we can have corn. Excuse me. Here we have Cherville, cherries. So she doesn't have the night. This is good here. In this we cannot have corn because there is no night. In this we cannot have night because there is not corn. So that's good and we can continue. That's good there. We know that. And the Japanese doesn't like the sun. We know that. And the eclipse, we don't actually we know that, but we already did it. We don't do anything with that. Oh, and the boxer likes cloud. So we had that from before. And M doesn't like the sun. We don't know who's M. So we continue. We know that. In the cherry, the one who likes the rain is cherry. So here is the cherry. Here we have the rain. Okay, so because we know from before that the boxer likes snow, then we know that we can remove the boxer from there. Or I'm just going back. If you want to confirm, you just can go back and find that clue here. The boxer likes cloud. So because this is rain, you know you have to remove the boxer there. So you remove the boxer, pressing here, and now you know that this is the volleyball player who likes the rain. You go here and it by itself, so you know that's the boxer. Pressing there, and you know the boxer likes the cloud. Pressing there, and then you just have these two people. Okay, so you are going to continue following the clues. And we have to go over because a few things have changed. For example, this one is now snow, and the night like the corn, so this is snow, so you cannot have corn there. So we remove that and we continue double checking just to make sure something is going on here. Oh no, we don't know. So I think we are good here. Okay, so we can go to our next category is the food. So we know that the night eats corn, and the Italian likes banana. The German doesn't like pineapple. We don't know who's the German yet. We know that. And R like the meat. So this has meat, so that's R. So this is W, so it cannot have meat because that's only R. And then this has banana, so R cannot be there. Alright, so continue with the next one. The Polly doesn't like pineapple, we know that. And this one, we don't know who's the Korean. And the Cheryl likes the crown or has the crown. And you see this one stay by itself, so we are gonna press and hold. And nothing stay by itself, so we continue. We know that the 10 doesn't. Okay, so now it says the detective hat eats steak. So we know this hat here. so we shouldn't have steak. And then this hat and the steak, hat and the steak. This is Santa hat, so it shouldn't have steak. So we remove the steak and the tomato stay by itself. And then we can continue. The night it's corn. Good. I'm just making sure. Oh, because this changed, now we are gonna remove Ryan from here. And this changed too, so we are gonna move Ryan from there. Okay. We know that. We don't know yet who's that. I'm just trying to see if something changed with the corn. I think it didn't. No. So I think we are fine there. So we're gonna go to the next category, the drinks. So we don't know who's the American to decide where if he likes the milkshake. Hope Alex do something so I can lower his number. We don't know who's the Korean. So this might be a clue. The American and the Korean, both of them don't like milkshake. Okay, so I think this is gonna be the German, but let's see. We know that doesn't drink coke. I mean water. We have that. We have that. We have that, and we have that. In the night, doesn't drink milk. We don't know who's the night or who's the milk. So we continue. We have that. And that's it for that. So we didn't get anything in there. So we go to the next, the hats. Okay. So the hats, going to the lowest again, which is 4. So S is the wizard hat. So we have S here. Good. And do you see how C stay by itself here? So we know that's C because it's not anywhere else. Okay, and then Ryan stayed by itself. So we know that's Ryan there because there is no anywhere else. So we just need to figure out these two. Okay, so the detective hat is the meat. So we don't know yet that. Okay. Okay, we have all those clues figured out from before, and that's it. And then I click on the names. We know that S doesn't like the sun, so we're gonna remove the sun from there. C plays hockey, so we know this is hockey here. And now we have that figured out. In W, so we know that. And Ryan eats meat. We know that now. We know that. M doesn't like the sun. Okay. So we don't know that yet. So, and that's the thing. Okay. So when you finish going over everything here, you try to figure things out. So what I do here is I start looking around to see what I'm missing, and maybe I go back to what I'm missing the most, the drinks. So I'm going to back to the drinks to see if I get something from there. Start. Oh, that's the lowest. I think that didn't give me that much clue before. Yeah, there is no much there. Maybe I I should try with the food. Let's try with the food. Okay, sea lice corn. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. So here is a new clue that we haven't seen before. The detective hat likes the meat or the steak. So that goes there. Okay. So that's good. So now because that changed, I can go and change this. Eliminate everything and just find the detective hat to see what other clues give me and see that we know that this is the American and this is the Korean and this is the German, just like I said. So now if we want to find those clues, we have the we can go and just choose. Oops, I haven't paid for the full version of this game. I just have to wait 5 seconds. So like I say, I go back, delete this, and now I want to see the clues for the American. The detective hat, we know the American doesn't like the milkshake, and that's good there. So we are good with the American. Let's try with the Korean. That was a new one that we found. So the Korean also doesn't like the milkshake. Okay, so because the milkshake is not anywhere else, the milkshake we are very sure is for the German. Okay, and the Korean doesn't like water either. Okay, and the Korean doesn't like pineapple or cheese. So we know for sure he likes corn. Okay, so we got that, and then we can go to the German. Okay, and see what are the clues with the German. He doesn't like pineapple, so we know it's cheese. And then we can go back and choose the drinks left, which is beer, water, and milk. So we can see the clues for that. So we got that. Oh, yeah. And then the milk. I don't think this is gonna help a lot. Oh, here we go. Oh, we already have that. So no, this is not very helpful. So let's try with the weather. So we know that. Let me go from the beginning. So S doesn't like the sun, we know that. And the night eats corn. And this went by itself. So we pick it here. And then we pick this here. And then we can choose is P and M. That left is only one clue. So M doesn't like the sun. I'm gonna remove it, so that's P. Okay, and then we just have to figure out the hat and the drinks. The hat, it is this one and this one, I think it is. Yep. So, okay, we have that. And the sun doesn't have a graduation hat. So we know this is this one here. So we just need to figure out the drinks. And the drinks, okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Is the milk and the beer. It's only one clue. there is something where, okay, here we go. The night doesn't like the milk, so that's the beer. So we need this. We know this is the milk and that's the water, and that is the game. It never fails, guy. Never. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.